Hello, Flosstube. My name is Rhea, and I am the Blue Coast Stitcher. Today's date is Monday, August 5th, 2024, and this is Flosstube number 9. Hard to believe. So, welcome back if you're a regular subscriber. I've had quite a few new subscribers all of a sudden lately. And welcome. Stay if you like. Have a beverage. Today I'm just having a smoothie. This is my lunch. It's after lunch here. It's a holiday here. Holiday Monday, Civic Holiday Monday. Always the first Monday in August is a stat holiday here in Canada. And the weather's been very hot. So the beaches have been very busy. Yesterday we had cars because there's a public beach access across the street. So the parking lot was full. It's not a big parking lot. It only holds like 4 or 5 cars. And then there were some other cars on the street. Today it's raining. So there really isn't anybody at the beach. We go down every morning when it's quiet. I'm not a crowd person. And Dave went swimming this morning. He says actually warming up the lake because it's been very warm. So for the new subscribers, welcome. Again, as I said before, my name is Rhea. I am a holistic nutritionist. I love food. I'm a foodie. I'm an animal lover. I love books. I have 3 adult children. 2 just finished a master's in their PhD, and then the youngest is currently working on his master's. And we're kind of empty house, but the middle one has moved back in for now as she's still looking for a job in her respective field. And our oldest lives in England. So if you've watched my previous Flosstube number 8, I talked a bit about our trip that we did in June. I've been married for 32 years to Dave. We met in high school, started dating in high school. And this here is my quiet little corner of the Flosstube world. I discuss life and, of course, my love for cross stitch and other needle work, art and creativity, but mostly cross stitch. So this probably will be a bit shorter than other Flosstubes. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. First of all, it's August, so it's my birthday month. And if you watched my previous Flosstube and you have followed me on Instagram and you watched Caroline from Evertote and Off the Grid Needlework Arts. Oh, is that terrible? Friday Off the Grid. Anyways, we're doing a stitch along a sal for my birthday month. My birthday is not till later in August, but I just wanted to do the whole month. And what we have chosen, at least I have chosen for this birthday stitch along, and it's open-ended. You can join at any time. There's no do section A, B, C within like every week. It's open-ended. Do what you can, when you can. You can start anytime, anywhere, and get as much done as you can. Being August, I find it's in the summer. We're getting to the tail end of summer. Especially those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, summer's never long enough. It is and it isn't, especially with the heat we've been having. It's like, okay, I'm ready for fall now. But anyways, August tends to be that month where people try to squeeze as much summer as they can into their lives, knowing that in less than a month, depending when Labor Day is, in about a month, we're going to have everybody going back to school. So anyways, the stitch along will be Matilda Clark. There we go. Age 10, see if it's focusing, by Shakespeare Peddler. And I am stitching 1/2 on 40 count Roxy Floss Co. linen in biscuit. And the floss, where's my floss? There it is. So because it's through Evertote, and Roxy Floss Co. So the floss conversion is with the Roxy Co. floss. There we go. This is my first time stitching on 40 count. I am traditionally a 32 count stitcher. I'm gonna be turning 56. I've always had funky eyes. I became very nearsighted as a teen. I became nearsighted, and in my 20s and 30s my vision stabilized, and then as I got into my 40s and now that I'm into my mid 50s, I'm becoming near and farsighted, so double bonus. So hence the glasses, and you'll see me doing this because I've got transitions, because I'm looking at myself now and I'm blurry. So anyways, oh, let me mute the laptop. Sorry. Let me mute my laptop. There we go. Messages coming through for work. Anyways, so this is my first time stitching on a 40 count. It's biscuit, so it's a lighter linen. Here, I'll show you my progress. I started Thursday, August 1st is when I started. The day of was my father-in-law's 85th birthday, so I managed to get some stitches in later in the day because we had dinner with my in-laws, and then I had some unexpected issues with my Stripe account. So I was like chatting with Stripe customer service because I had an invoice I had to get out, and it was saying my account was on hold, and I had, for no reason, it was just a glitch, it turns out. But anyways, kind of threw off my day. I had everything prepared, so I didn't get a whole lot as much done as I wanted on August 1st. And by the time we got home, I put in as many stitches as I could that evening before bed. And then I've been able to work on and off this weekend. I haven't worked on it yet this afternoon. It's about 2 p.m. here. And hopefully I can get some stitches in later this afternoon. As again, 40 count with magnifier and light. It is working. There's been a few times I've struggled with counting, especially when you get a long strip of stitches, even though I know how to break it down, but it was just seeing each individual stitch. I was having a hard time even with magnifier, so then I put readers and looked at it through the magnifier. And I know it takes time for the eyes to adjust, so this will probably be something I'm going to be monogamous on for the month of August, just because I don't want to switch most of my other stitchings like 32 count, and I don't want to screw up my eye strain any more than I need to. So anyways, this is it. I have it on my Hearthside floor stand. So there it is. Let me stand up. See, there we go. So I got the basket. So the night, August 1st, I managed to do this. So I could at least get the bird and then what's going to be the base of like a shrub, I guess. And then, yes, last night I did the basket. And then I've started, there's like another, almost like a pot with a tree coming out and angels. So I am not the fastest stitcher. I know there's people that are uber fast. That is not me. So I'm over here. So I am a middle starter. So I started here. There you go. And then there is my needle minder. Oops. Sorry. It's tea time, bitches. I drink tea. I'm allergic to coffee, fun fact. So I never liked it. But I got this from Rocky Mountain Needle Minders at one of the Stitch North retreats. Anyways, not the best progress, but hey, the month is still young. I am not a super fast stitcher, but I'm hoping to have some concentration on it later this month. Again, the Roxy Floss conversion. And again, this is why I leave it open-ended. I am not the fastest stitcher, so I'm just going to see how much I get done. But I'm really liking the colors so far. And yeah, and I know there's people that like to start at the top right, top left, bottom right. We're all different, and that's kind of why I left it open-ended. So, and I'm pretty sure the fabric that came in the kit, Evertote sells them on their website, and it comes with the 40 count biscuit. And looking at it, I'm pretty sure it's going to be bigger, like a lot of space. It's a good size. So that is my stitch along. You're more than welcome to join us. The hashtag is Stitch Matilda with us. And I haven't posted progress on Instagram yet. I will this afternoon. I'll put what I got started on that Thursday, August 1st, and where I am right now before I put some more stitches in this week. It's a new week, so there's that. And then in terms of whips, again, it's summer. I've only been really working on one piece. Excuse me, here. I ripped one of my floss tags. Oops. I can fix it. I'll put some washi tape. I got washi tape somewhere. Put that in. Anyways, so the one stitch that I have been working on prior to August 1st was for Caroline's birthday stitch along. Now, Caroline had the big, Caroline had the big 5-0 birthday earlier in July. And so she collaborated, Evertotes, with the Artsy Housewife and did a birthday stitch along just for her 50th birthday. And it's the weeds and wildflowers, and I'm sure everybody has seen this floating around. And I'm stitching it on the 32 count buttercup linen with the called for Roxy Floss Co. And it comes with such a sweet needle minder. Come on, there we go. And as far as I have gotten, which is working on this flower. So it was funny because Caroline admitted that she kind of miscalculated for some of the linen and the 28 count and 32 count, I guess, in terms of size, that there's not much of a easement for the border, and you're supposed to start in the middle. I heard her say that, but I didn't absorb it. And it was Canada Day weekend, another long weekend. Welcome to Canada. And I wanted to get started. So it was Canada Day weekend before her birthday. And I just kind of ignored emails, put my out of office for my business emails, excuse me. And I started in the top left here. Now I didn't get too far. I only got like here. And that was that evening. I think it was July 7th was the start date. I have it written down. And I'm looking at it going, it doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right, because I measured my, 2 inches or 2.5 inches in from the corner to start. And I double checked and triple checked my measurements. And as I'm putting the stitches in and I'm looking at the pattern as a whole, what has to be done, I'm going, it doesn't look right. And then the next morning, I thought, okay, I'll just put it down and see what I think with fresh eyes the next morning. And I opened my emails the next day because I thought I better get through all those emails that I have floating in my 2 inboxes. And sure enough, there was an email from Hannah saying, hello, you purchased the fabric that was miscalculated and you need to start in the middle. So I was like, oh. So I had to take it out. Not a big deal. At least I didn't have much. I only had like the first little bit. And then I started in the middle, which was the flower. I have never stitched a piece by the Artsy Housewife, Gigi, yet. And I gotta say, this has really been fun. Like, I can see myself going back to it when I can. There's a few people that have actually finished it, and you can see it on Instagram. And it's just stunning. And I love this buttercream linen. Carrie, you need to make more. You definitely need to make more. So that is all I've really been stitching on. There was a few things in my previous video when I did haul. I missed sharing a couple of pieces. So before we left for our trip for England, I had ordered some scroll rods. I do have the Hearthside Crafts floor stand and lap stand. And I am slowly building up my scroll rod collection. And so I decided to order some of the smaller ones. And it arrived just like a day before we left. I can't remember, or even the morning that we left. And so I just kind of put the box in my studio downstairs and I forgot about it. And we went away. Then it was Canada, and we got home. I was sick. It was Canada Day weekend. I kind of slept the weekend off with jet lag and the cold because we got home that Friday. And I really forgot about the package of scroll rods down in the basement. And I remember at one point going, I thought I ordered linen. And then I was, about a week or so ago, I was in my studio. I went, I really need to unpack the scroll rods. So I, unpacked the scroll rods. Oh yeah, they're perfect. I know what project I want to use these for. I went, oh, because they packed it really well. So these are the linens that I had purchased from Evertote and Roxy Floss. I am slowly building up my linen stash. So there's a lot of neutrals I like to have on hand. I tend to stitch neutral. I don't really stitch on really bright, vibrant, colorful fabrics. I do have some, like I have the pub crawl that I'm doing the peacock, unicorn, badger. I think it's being called a peacorn now, the big one. And so I have that, and it's dark, but I do really tend to find a lot of neutral colors tend to work well with the projects I tend to pick out. So I always try to build up on my stash. So I got a half yard of 32 count speculas. Very good. And I love that. It's a beautiful mottled, almost parchment-like linen. I got that, and it's good. I love doing reproduction samplers, modern folk embroidery. Now I like Artsy Housewife and Shakespeare's Peddler. I really am enjoying Matilda. It's just the 40 count. My eyes are adjusting, but I am not going to give up. Then I got some 28 count dirty porcelain in half a yard. Again, if you ever know Evertote and Roxy Floss Co., Carrie just does such, and that's just a really nice off-white neutral. And then I really loved Buttercup, but they don't have Buttercup for sale. It came with the kit with the wildflowers, and I saw they had Beekeeper. So the only count they had at the time was 28 count or like 40 count, which I was, like I said, I'm not a 40 count stitcher. I don't think I will go out and, like, I have other 40 count projects that I will be working on, but it's not going to be my preferred linen count to work on right now, just because my eyes aren't loving it. Saturday I did some stitching and I found it was a bit of eye strain. I did stitching last night, and I find if I do it at night when I'm a little more tired, we'll see how the work week goes when I'm on the computer. It was a little harder for me to see the holes just because of eye strain and tired. So I do have some projects with 40 count, but I'm not going to collect fabric that is above 32 count. But I did get in Beekeeper 28 count, a quarter yard, and I have a project. I have the floss, I have the pattern. I'm going to do a floss toss and see if, I have a feeling this will work, but let's save that for another floss tube. So we accumulated a few things. I am somebody who loves, when we travel in England, picking up bits and pieces as memories. And I forgot that I had picked up these two cross-stitch kits from Westminster Abbey when we were there in June. Well, I didn't forget, I just forgot to include them in the Flosstube. So I got, and I don't know, Made in Scotland Textile Heritage. So it's just, they're nothing huge. Had to fit in my luggage. They did have some bigger pieces that were for sale. Victoria and Albert Museum, because they have a lot of textiles and stuff, had some kits and stuff, but I found it was a bit too big for my suitcase, and kind of have to watch the weight of my suitcase because I am somebody who tends to overpack. I am the what if girl, so try to keep my little trinkets that I purchase small. So we have Claire Medieval Garden Scissor Keep, and it just comes with all the floss. You can see there's some rope, and it's on Aida. These kits tend to be on Aida. Just Aida fabric. I can't quite tell what it is. And then I'm a book lover. I read lots of books. I got the bookmark, Medieval Garden bookmark. It's just so pretty. And again, all the finishing bits. There's the tassel. I haven't opened them yet. Yeah, let's open the bookmark. Again, it's on Aida. Oh, come on, open, 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 open. Excuse me, I'm sorry. All right. Oh, it even comes with a needle on Aida, and then backing for the bookmark. Okay. So yeah, it comes with already pre-finished scalloped edges. This, I assume, is the felt to back the bookmark, and then the thread, and there's a needle. Oh, it comes with a needle and the thread, and then a little tassel to go on the top of the bookmark. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Let me see what this says. The medieval garden. The medieval age was one of battles and wars, of huge castles and cathedrals. Also in medieval times, gardens became an increasingly important aspect of life. Plants were grown for food and medicine. I grow herbs, medicinal herbs and culinary herbs, because I love it. And so I kind of gravitate to these medieval gardens and what they grew. Monasteries had both kitchen and herb gardens, and also grew flowers for the church altar. The medieval garden was also a place of repose and pleasure. It was a meeting place for lovers, like some little Shakespeare place, a place where thinkers could find solitude and religious individuals could be alone with nature and therefore God. And so that was basically, I'm not going to show the pattern. And it looks like it is mostly cross, some specialty stitches, some back stitching, back stitch, and mostly crosses. Oh, and a long stitch. Yeah, very basic. And how to finish it. I have it on the back. So yeah. That is it for haul. Like again, this is going to be, it's not even 30 minutes. I normally go like an hour and a half. So again, Matilda Clark Stitch Along, hashtag Stitch Matilda with us with Caroline, from Evertote for the month of August. Open-ended, start whenever you can. Evertote, if you go on their website, still have some kits available with the 40 count biscuit. Join us. I like to see what you do. Again, I am not the fastest stitcher, and there's a lot going on in August. It's my birthday, and Dave and I will be going away for a couple of days, just for an overnight. So 2 days, 1 night for my birthday, to celebrate, and Langdon Hall, which if you live here in Southern Ontario, most people know Langdon Hall by Cambridge. We used to live like 20 minutes from there, so it'd be easy just to go for dinner, come home. Now we live over 2 hours away. So we're going to be staying the night at Langdon Hall on the night of my birthday. And then we come home the following day. And then my son and his girlfriend are also coming for a visit the same day, like the 22nd when we come home. And they're going to spend the weekend with us and celebrate my birthday. And she's moving, she's going to U of T, his girlfriend. So she's got a room at her uncle's house. So she's picking up a few things. They have a mini fridge here left over from Amanda when she lived in the dorm at U of T that they're going to take with them. So we're going to just squeeze in some family time before they head to Toronto to drop off stuff and then back to Kingston where they're currently living. And it's going to be very busy for them as she gets all her ducks in a row to move to Toronto. And he's keeping the car because she obviously in Toronto, she's not going to drive. She's going to use public transit. So Daniel will have to bring her to her new place where she's staying with her uncle, and then he'll drive back to Kingston. And then the plan is if she ever wants to go back to Kingston to visit for the weekend when she can, depending on how heavy her course load is, she's doing a master's, she'll take the train because it's not that big of a train ride from Toronto to Kingston. So, and then the odd time he might pick her up. So, and I don't think we'll really see them till Christmas. So my August is going to be filled with trying to visit with family that are here. Amanda's still living with us for now. She's applied for some jobs. She's waiting to hear back from at least one local. So, and then I got to squeeze in some summer, tending my gardens, my herb gardens. And we had a tree that was given to us by the county last fall. And then when we came back from England, it was dead as a doornail, even though it looked fine when we left. But there was an extreme heat wave here in southern Ontario while we were gone. So we wondered, and then when they dug it up to put a new tree in, we ordered an Eastern redbud, because I love the flowers. And they said, oh no, the roots were never established. It was just something wrong with the tree. And so now I got to water this tree every day when it's hot, because sure enough, they planted it last week and then we had this heat wave, and I've been out there watering the plant because I don't want it to die, because we just spent a ton of money on this beautiful redbud tree that I really want to see the flowers in the spring. So been tending that, going to the beach. It's not only my birthday this month, there was my father-in-law, my sister-in-law, my best friend, my husband's best friend, myself, and then our oldest daughter, Laura. She's in England, so we'll just order some goodies off of Amazon.uk and other British websites and have it delivered to her, and kind of maybe order a cake from one of her local bakeries and have it delivered to her. I've done that before and she really enjoys it. So that's my August, and I'm going to be monogamous with Matilda. I'm going to focus on Matilda. When I stitch, it's going to be Matilda. And then we'll get into sampler September. So hopefully I'll do another quick Flosstube, maybe closer to my birthday, just to see how far I am on Matilda, just to measure my progress and see how things go, and see if I'm saying no, never do 40 count again, or if I'm like, yeah, I could do it again. I do have a few pieces of a few projects with 40 count, like a pin keep. So we'll see. And I think that's it. 30 minutes and I'm done. That's a quickie. It's short but sweet. So I think that's it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy stitching. And don't forget to take joy in the little things in life, such as putting needle and thread to fabric and creating a little magic with images, patterns, and color. It's been a kind of a crazy month in July, and it's just very grounding. Anyways, we will talk to you later. Take care.